What's up? It is Snitchery. How you doing? So, judging by the response in my last video, we're doing the series. If you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, or this is your first time seeing me, in the shortest terms possible, I am currently doing a series intended to help you guys break out of your daily makeup routine. I realized a while ago that the beauty industry had gotten to a place where we were all mimicking the exact same Kylie Jenner-esque IG baddie face, which works for Kylie Jenner and works for a ton of IG baddies, but doesn't necessarily work for all of us. My last video was all about brows, where I showed you a bunch of different alternatives to the IG brow, and today I think this is probably my most requested video I've ever gotten. You all were ready to like pillage my village and kill my family, okay, if I didn't bring you lips, so that's what we're doing. Today I'm going to be showing you guys 5 different lip shapes that you can achieve at home to completely transform your face. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, Snitch, you have pretty full lips naturally, like I'm not gonna be able to do these styles the way you do. The smaller your lips are, the thinner your lips are, the easier you're gonna be able to mimic every single one of these styles. So regardless of your lip shape, I hope this video is helpful to you. That's sort of the whole intention of this series, is that you don't look like me and I don't look like you. It's silly of me to only show you guys what looks good on me, because that's not that helpful in the form of a tutorial. I think that's a long enough intro, but if you like the idea of building your new makeup routine like a sim, feel free to subscribe down below. We would love to have you. We've gained freaking like 50k this month. Literally, what the hell? Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so freaking much for joining me on this little video journey. It really does mean the world. If you like this series and these sorts of videos, go ahead and hit me with a like. That lets me know that you guys want me to continue doing that. We have a lot to do today, so let me zoom you in. I don't like the way I look right now. Let me know if this makes sense to anybody else, but usually I come in here without a drop of makeup on my face to like start the tutorial, right? My lips look like this, but now that the rest of my face is done and I don't have my like signature lip on, who is she? So the first lip I'm gonna show you is actually what I think might be the most helpful to the vast majority of you. That is my secret to making my lips, or your lips, look bigger without looking like you actually have makeup on. We'll call this one like the natural lip. What you're gonna need is a concealer, a chapstick, and a lip liner. First, I'm going to go into my Milk Makeup KUSH Lip Balm. Now, I mentioned this in my last video, but I want to mention it today because it's for a very, very limited time. I currently have a code with Milk Makeup. It's only good for the next, I think, week, like 9 days, 8 days from the time I post this video. So if you want to get some money off on Milk products, you can use code Snitchery at checkout. I am so freaking excited because Milk is and has been one of my favorite brands for like a year. I mentioned long before I ever had a code that this KUSH lip balm was the best lip balm of all time in my personal opinion. So if you want to get it at a discount, yeah, now is the time. And it is an affiliate code, so thank you so much for supporting me in this channel if you're interested in doing so. Yeah, save yourself some coins. So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually take my Milk Makeup concealer. I sound like a shill now because I'm just like shilling out Milk Makeup, but like I said, if you're familiar with this channel, you'll know that like half my makeup routine for months and months and months has been Milk Makeup, so it's most of what I have home here in quarantine. I'm sorry, it's good stuff. And I'm gonna pop this at the corners of my mouth, and then I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm going to pat it in. What this is gonna do, and you guys are gonna be seeing me use this technique, and I think 2 more of the lips we're doing today, is it's gonna make your lips look a little bit shorter on the sides, which is gonna make your lips look taller. This sort of trendy lip shape right now, the lip shape that everyone who goes in to get lip injections is going for, is a very like pouty brat style lip. It's what I, even without lip injections, often try to emulate in my makeup. So putting some concealer on the sides of your mouth, I know the vision hasn't come together yet, but I promise it will be helpful. Next, I'm gonna be taking my, this is a ColourPop Lippie pencil. I'm embarrassed to show it. She's seen better days. Regardless of the lip pencil you have, you wanna make sure that it's pretty similar to your lip color, but you can skew a little bit darker. What I do is I take my lip pencil and I fill in my Cupid's bow, just in a straight line across like that. Diffuse that color into my lip balm. This is why you need a really, really, really good lip balm when you're doing this technique, or you're just gonna have really dry looking lip lines. You need something that's really gonna soak up that color, which is why I like the KUSH lip balm so much. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is fill in the gaps. I've talked about this before, and I'll talk about it a little bit later in the video in more detail, but when you're filling in your lips or overlining your lips, essentially trying to make them look bigger with makeup, you never wanna go over your entire lip and overline the whole thing. That's always gonna look fake. It's always gonna look overlined. It's not gonna give you that really like natural pouty result, at least in my experience. Instead, I like to fill in the gaps. So you can see here how I have some lip but no pigment, all I'm gonna do is take my lip liner and fill in like that. Every lip shape has its own gaps, I don't know what else to call them. Essentially an area in your lip where there's not as much volume as you would need to look like you have very, very full lips. The trick to overlining your lips and making them look natural is to find the gaps in your own lips and only overline those sections. I'm gonna do the same thing on the top, just filling in right here. The best part about this lip technique is that it requires no lipstick, and you can probably already do it with products I'm sure you have at home. Very few lips actually look better just being bigger, which is the reason why when people get lip injections, they don't put them here, 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 here. There are certain areas on the lip that look a little bit better with more volume, and once you find yours, girl, I promise your lip routine, this will change your life. I promise. I promise. We're gonna do the Insta Baddie lip because I need a point of comparison. I'm gonna show you guys the Insta Baddie lip versus my lips using the exact same products. Typically when I see people overlining their lips for Instagram, this isn't everybody obviously, but typically you're just focused on making your lips look as big as possible. So rather than focusing on the gaps, I'm actually just going to make my entire lip line bigger, and you guys will see that for your girl, it's not the wave. You'll see. If you can see, there's really no regard for a lip shape particularly. The entire mouth is just significantly bigger. Now I show you this style because, well, let me add lipstick first. This is ColourPop Coco de Sueno. I'm just gonna slap it on over my entire lip. While it really does not look good on me, it might look good on some of you. And compared to me having no lipstick on at the beginning of this video, like, I don't hate the way this looks. It's sort of like the Insta Brow. It's gonna give you a solid wash of color. It makes my lips in particular look almost cartoonishly large for my face, which is actually a look I kind of enjoy. What I don't like about this lip style is that I think for the vast majority of people, this is not the most flattering shape. Just enlarging your lips, like, is it gonna make them look bigger? Yeah, but is it gonna necessarily look better than your natural lips? Not necessarily. One thing I'll also say is that a liquid lipstick applied like this is really, really drying. I mentioned like the trap of liquid lipstick in my past video, how it always looks good right when you apply it and then an hour in you have butthole lip, and a bunch of you guys were like, oh my god, wait, that's totally the case. Why does that happen to me and influencers never talk about it? Well, number one, when we're doing our makeup on camera, a lot of times we do our makeup and then we just take it off. But number two, I've talked to a lot of people in the beauty industry who say that liquid lipstick only started working for them once they got lip injections. Because when you get lip injections, which I don't have, so I can't really show you, but if you're familiar with like Instagram makeup, you'll know what I'm talking about. Their entire lip is really smooth. They basically, because you're stretching the skin of your lips, have no like texture or wrinkles to their lips at all. Now, if you have natural lips, you're gonna have texture all up in them, right? So this liquid lipstick is just gonna look very dry. You can see the lip line, right? If you line your lips this way, you can see where my lip is and you can see where the line is. If you don't mind that being the case, go off with your bad self. But personally, that's not my favorite look in the world. So let me go ahead and take off this makeup and I'll show you how I use the exact same products to achieve what I think is a more natural looking lip while you still retain the pigment and the fullness. Now, the first thing I do before I put down any liquid lipstick ever, anytime, is moisturize. Don't just moisturize your lips, hyper moisturize them. Liquid lipstick has an incredible staying power, but the trade-off to that is that it's gonna dry out your lips pretty much immediately. It is the reason I have been screaming about this bad boy for like months and months and months now. This KUSH lip balm, y'all. This KUSH lip balm, this Milk Makeup KUSH lip balm, I've been putting it under every single liquid lipstick for like, I don't even know how long. The amazing thing about this lip balm in particular is that it is like almost medicinal feeling. It gives you that really tingly feeling on your lips, and it does not soak in, but it also doesn't leave your lips sticky. And most chapsticks I found will work for this trick for like half an hour, but then the chapstick will just soak in and the liquid lipstick will like eat it. This is powerful enough to combat this. I do have my Milk Makeup code if you want to try this out underneath your liquid lipsticks, but I really, really, really implore you to either use this or something similar, a hyper powerful but not sticky chapstick if you want to continue using your liquid lipstick, but you want your lips to still look soft and supple. And if you want your liquid lipstick to fade more gracefully, here is the answer. Because there's going to be a very moisturized base, this will just fade into your lip if you're using a lipstick that is anywhere similar to your lip color, obviously. So what I'm gonna do first is take my artist pencil, draw a U shape here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom. Now, the reason that I go ahead and draw those little U shapes on the sides of my mouth is because think of anybody with big lips. Lips specifically. Think of them in your head. Now, did the person you thought of have wide lips? Probably not, right? Their lips looked plump. They looked plump vertically, not horizontally. When people have long lips, we just say they have a big mouth. We don't say they have big lips. If you line your entire lips, you're really doing nothing to shape them. You're doing nothing to trick the eye. When somebody sees you in person, it's gonna be fairly obvious what your actual lip shape is. But when you draw your lip shape like this, you're actually sort of tricking the eye. You're taking away just enough of your lips on the side to make it look like your lips are actually a little bit taller. If you like a fully lined lip, try this shape out. Next, I'm gonna be taking my lip balm. I literally love her. Every single time you put it on, your lips just tingle. And I'm also really partial to lip balms like this that are actually a lip color, because you guys probably just saw it actually did deposit a little tiny bit of color onto my lips, which always helps make them look a little bit fresher. What I do now is I take my liquid lipstick. This is still Coco de Sueno from ColourPop, and I just do a couple dots on my lips right over top that lip balm, and then I'm gonna pat that in with my finger. Already you can probably see that my lips look a lot softer than they did when I did the full Instabaddie lipstick moment, but we are not done, because I know if lots of you do this step, you'll still be sad that you don't have all the volume that you want in your lips. Rather than attempting to trick the eye with a line, you're gonna trick the eye with color. So what I like to use personally is actually a bronzer. So I'm gonna be going into the NARS, this is the Summer Lights palette, and just taking this, is it this one or this one? Whatever one's not shimmery. And then start dusting it into the sides of my lips. Very gradually bringing that pigment up and in. I'm gonna do the same thing to the bottom and then show you both sides of my lips so you can see what it does. Okay, so see how this side looks big, but it looks a little naked. Like you can almost just still see the lip line. It's cute. A lot of times I leave my lips like this, but if you want a little bit more volume and a little bit more dimension, add some powder. Here to here. This is gonna make your lips look plumper by making them look heavier almost. So I'm gonna do the other side of my lips and I'll be back. Compared to the Instabaddie lip, we still have all of the extra added volume we want in our lips. Like my lips right now compared to what they actually look like, night and day. They still look soft. They still look supple. They still look kissable. They don't look cracked and crunchy and gross. It's literally this bad boy. I live and die by this chapstick. Now next, since a lot of you guys did request this, we are gonna be doing a classic vintage sharp red lip. Now this style is like completely obsolete these days. I don't know where she went. Nobody's doing this lip style anymore, and some people should, because on some lips, mwah, it's the best. It looks amazing. If you've been watching this far and you're like, okay, this is interesting, but I'm not really trying to make my lips look bigger, this is a great alternative style for you, because it'll help your look totally complete, but you don't have to like get the big Bratz doll lips that are so popular right now. Now the version I'm gonna be showing you guys is a little less severe. You don't see this lip style out in the wild very often, because it's a lip style that looks very good on a very particular set of lips. I do not have those lips, so I never do it because it looks a little silly on me. Can you guys hear the phone ringing? Anyway, my lips are not made for this style in particular, but I've seen people who wear this style out and about in public before, and every single time I see it, it's on a woman who clearly knows that this is her go-to lip style, and it is striking. Bar none, striking. Like every single person I've seen who wears this style of lipstick, I still remember to this day because it is so powerful on the right mouth. Try it out and see how it looks. You might be one of those lucky people for whom it is just mwah, Lego. My lips are already chapstick up, obviously. What I'm gonna do is take my liquid lipstick. This is the Lion King collection from Luminous Cosmetics, and I'm gonna stick it on my brush. And the trick to this lip style is being as precise as possible, which I think is another reason you don't see it very often, that it's harder than just, you know, swiping color over your lips. But I'm gonna draw a straight line up to the top of my Cupid's bow. Draw a line like this, making sure that it's perfectly straight. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, and I'll be back. Okay, and then for the bottom, you're not gonna want to overline at all, and you're not gonna wanna round out your lips the same way. There's a hair that's just sitting on my lip and I literally can't find it. Unlike before, where we tried to fill in volume here, that's not necessarily what we wanna do. We wanna keep our lips sort of as straight looking as possible. So I'm gonna draw a linear line around my lips, rather than scooping like I normally would. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in my lips over top that chapstick, only using a little bit of pigment because it is a liquid lipstick, and just using this brush to diffuse it out. One thing I do like to do to make it look even crisper is actually take a little bit of black, like black eyeshadow, and add that into the corners and just brush that color down. So this is the lip shape. You can do it in a bunch of different colors. I went ahead and darkened pretty much my entire lip just to show you guys that. As you can see, even for somebody on whom it's not super flattering, it looks very sophisticated, very put together, very sharp. Now, because the tops of my lips are so rounded, the points are gonna look a little silly on me, but some people do have pointed lips, and if you really accentuate that point, it's gonna plump up your lips and make them look more interesting and more striking without losing your unique lip shape. I feel like a lot of times we kind of forget that a big intention of makeup is to play up our own natural features that we have, not to disguise ourselves to look like somebody else. So if you're somebody who has pointy lips, who is constantly trying to round out their cupid's bow or round them out because that's what's popular, mostly because lip injections really round out the top of your lip, try this out. Try accentuating your like non-trendy features. Your features don't go in and out of style, right? This video I know is already long enough, although let me know if you want a part 2, because we still have not tackled the 70s lip, that classic 1950s lip, the e-girl lip, that really diffused, pretty like Korean lip. We haven't tackled any of those, so if you want to see them, let me know down in the comments. Hit this video with a like. As I always say, there are so many more styles of makeup than we even realize, and I could go on about different lip styles forever. If you made it to the end of this video and you have nothing to say, I would love it if you stuck a little lip emoji down in the comments so I know who my real ones are. I appreciate you guys that stay till the end, because literally every different style I love. So I love knowing that some of you guys got to see all of them. Also, I decided to do lips today because of how many requests I got for it. So if there's a particular makeup thing want to see me do different versions of, let me know in the comments, and I'll pick one of the popular ones to do next week. Also, get excited because on Monday I am finally doing a wearable goth makeup. Not only do I want you guys to experiment with different shapes on your face, I want you to experiment with different styles. I swear, some of y'all are meant to be goth baddies out here. So I hope you're excited for that. Thank you for being my friend today and always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah! Bye guys!